Centralia, Pennsylvania. Once a bustling coal town, now a modern ghost story. The enemy was beneath their feet, an underground fire, relentless and patient. It began to cook the town from below. Slowly, methodically, the ground itself turned traitor. The first signs were subtle. Odd smells, a faint warmth from the earth. Wisps of smoke from unexpected places. Residents noticed their basements were unusually warm. Some reported feeling dizzy, nauseous. The town, built on a rich bed of anthracite coal, was sitting on a ticking time bomb. Daily life began to change. The earth was literally consuming the town. The year was 1962. Centralia was a town defined by coal, anthracite, hard coal. It fueled their homes and their economy. Vast networks of mines crisscrossed beneath the surface. This subterranean world, once a source of prosperity, would become the conduit for its ruin. The town's unique geology, rich in this combustible resource, set the stage for an unprecedented disaster. Nobody saw it coming. Not like this. It started, as many disasters do, with a seemingly minor decision. The town council wanted to clean up the local landfill. This landfill was located in an abandoned strip mine pit. Their chosen method? Fire. A controlled burn, they thought. On Memorial Day weekend, May 27, 1962, firefighters set the dump ablaze. No one anticipated the chain of events that would follow. Anthracite coal burns differently. It doesn't flare up wildly like softer coals. It smolders. It burns with intense, persistent heat deep within the earth. The Centralia fire wasn't a raging inferno on the surface. It was a slow, creeping monster in the dark. It advanced through the interconnected mine tunnels, a subterranean beast, invisible but ever-present. This made it incredibly hard to track, harder still to fight. The effects on the surface grew more disturbing. Steam and noxious gases, including deadly carbon monoxide, began to vent from cracks in the ground. Lawns turned brown and died as the soil temperature soared. Residents reported headaches, fatigue. The air itself became a threat. The ground beneath their feet, once solid and dependable, was now a source of poison. Section 4. Fighting a Phantom, the government's futile battle. Initial efforts to control the blaze were local. Volunteer firefighters armed with limited knowledge of mine fires tried their best. They flushed the area with water, they dug. But this was no ordinary fire. It was embedded deep within a complex maze of tunnels. The scale of the problem quickly overwhelmed local capabilities. They were fighting a phantom, an enemy they couldn't fully see or reach. State and federal authorities eventually stepped in. The U.S. Bureau of Mines was called. Over the next 2 decades, numerous plans were proposed. Millions of dollars were spent. They tried to dig it out. They attempted to create trenches to isolate the fire. Section 5. Exodus and Defiance. The town's forced farewell. The year 1981 marked a terrifying turning point. 12-year-old Todd Domboski was playing in his grandmother's backyard. Suddenly the ground beneath him opened up. A sinkhole, 4 feet wide and 150 feet deep, appeared. Hot steam billowed from its depths. Todd clung to tree roots until his cousin rescued him. This near-fatal incident brought the dangers of Centralia into sharp national focus. It was undeniable proof of the immediate peril. The federal government finally made a decisive move. In 1983, Congress allocated more than $42 million, not to fight the fire but to move the people. A voluntary relocation program was established. Section 6, Still Burning, the enduring scars of an underground menace. Today, Centralia is a shadow of its former self. It's a ghost town, largely reclaimed by nature. Weeds grow through cracked pavement. Empty lots mark where homes once stood. The silence is profound, broken only by wind or the occasional curious visitor. The infamous graffiti highway, a stretch of abandoned Route 61, became a canvas for artists, though it has since been covered with earth. The visible scars are a constant reminder of the disaster. The fire, the catalyst for all this desolation, still burns. Deep beneath the scarred surface, the anthracite coal continues to smolder. Experts estimate it could burn for another century, perhaps even 250 years. There is enough fuel to sustain it for generations. Smoke and steam still rise from fissures in the earth in certain areas. The ground in these hotspots remains unnaturally warm, a testament to the persistent inferno below. A very small number of residents remain. Section 7, Echoes of Centralia, a modern environmental parable. Centralia's story is more than just a local tragedy. It's a stark warning, a clear example of the long-term, devastating consequences of industrial activity when not managed with foresight. The legacy of coal mining, once a driver of progress, left behind a hidden vulnerability. The fire exposed the dangers lurking beneath the surface, dangers that can persist for decades, even centuries. This wasn't just bad luck, it was a failure of stewardship. This isn't an isolated incident. Underground coal fires burn in many parts of the world. Jharia in India is a massive example. Burning Mountain in Australia has been smoldering for an estimated 6,000 years. Abandoned mines, if not properly sealed and reclaimed, can become environmental time bombs. Centralia highlights the immense difficulty and staggering cost of trying to fix such problems once they ignite. Prevention is far cheaper than a cure that may never come. Have the lessons of Centralia been truly learned? It's debatable.